Well, welcome everybody to our next lesson in our series based on the book 52 Lessons from the Christmas Carol. Today we are going to be looking at from the book lesson number 10, You Make the Chains That Shackle You. The quote on here is from the ghost of Jacob Marley, which visits Scrooge, which starts the entire transformation of his life. I wear the chains I forged in life. I made it link by link, yard by yard. I girded it my own free will. And in fact, Jacob Marley appears to him in the evening. And originally, Jacob Marley was rejected. Scrooge thinks he may be just a turnip that's undigested or a piece of British beef that would upset his stomach. But again, the ghost finally convinces him that he is real. And he tells him, I wear the chain I forged in life, replied the ghost. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I girded it of my own free will, and of my own free will I wore it. It is a pattern strange to you? Scrooge trembled more and more. Or would you know, pursued the ghost, the weight and length of the strong coil you bear yourself? It was as full and as heavy as this 7 Christmas Eves ago, and you have labored on it since. It is a ponderous chain. Scrooge glanced about him on the floor, expecting to find himself surrounded by some 50 or 60 phantoms of iron cable, but he could see nothing. Jacob, he implored. Old Jacob Marley, tell me more. Speak comfort to me. I have none to give, replied the ghost. It comes from other regions, Ebenezer Scrooge, and is conveyed by other ministers and other kinds of men. Nor can I tell you what I would. Very little more is permitted me. I cannot rest. I cannot stay. I cannot linger anywhere. My spirit never walked beyond our counting house. Mark me. In life my spirit went beyond our narrow limits of our counting money changing hole, and weary journeys lie before me. In fact, this is that Jacob shares that his curse is the inability to engage with other people. He says earlier in the book, it is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk among his fellow men and travel far and wide, and if the spirit does not go forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death. It is doomed to wander through the world. Oh, woe is me, and witness what it cannot share, but might have shared on earth, and turn it into happiness. He talks about the fact that we are designed to be engaged with our fellow man. And in fact is that Jacob and Scrooge never went beyond their money changing house. But the fact is that Jacob was trapped there. He built the chain that traps him. In Christian ethics, the issue is not money. The issue is the love of money. Christian ethics says that new money, the view of money, should be an opportunity to do good, to spread God's gifts in some way to other people. You use money to glorify God, not to take care of just your wants and needs. In fact, it ties into the verse that we looked at before, Luke 6:36. Be merciful just as your Father is merciful. Our use of money is a reflection of our character, and a reflection of that character should have been a transformed character based on what God has done in our lives. Mercy and love for others. Remember, it says to look beyond ourselves to the needs of others. And we're going to continue this tomorrow because we're running out of time. But I want to thank you for listening, and we will see you tomorrow, and we'll pick up on part 2 of You Make the Chains That Shackle You. And I thank you for listening.